everybody. Welcome back. It's 2021. Happy New Year's. You're listening to Brown Queens Pod. I'm Neha.
I am Jyoti K. What is up, guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank God 2020 is over.
Thank God, but it doesn't feel like 2021.
It doesn't? I was just about to ask you, do you feel like a new like energy air?
No.
I feel a little bit. Like I love, you know how everybody is like, oh, it's just New Year's isn't even real, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut up. It is.
It usually is.
Yeah.
But this time I didn't really feel like it. And I just feel like because I've been gone, I feel like it's just been a prolonged New Year's, if that makes sense.
I feel like a new energy though. A new era.
New year, new me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then my friend was like, I'm waiting until 2022. And I'm like, I can't waste another year of my life. So 2021 is going to have to be amazing.
No, we're going to have to make it amazing. Now there's a vaccine at least.
Yes. And I am pro everybody getting it because I need this shit to be over. So
I don't want to get it, but if it's a have to, I will.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to, I'm not going to. So far, I've been dodging the bullet. So.
Okay.
But what did you do for New Year's?
Me and my friend drove to Rosarito. It's only 2 hours from where we are in LA. We stayed at an Airbnb on the beach. It was very COVID safe. We literally just like chilled and it was actually beautiful. Like it was just...
The weather was nice?
It was kind of, I mean, it was like here, like it wasn't super hot or anything. It was like a little bit chilly, but like it was still sunny and it was just like a nice time chilling by the beach in the house.
And not being stuck in LA.
Exactly. I just needed to get away for a little bit with people and just, I don't know, like recharge my brain.
Yeah,
there was a little bit of an unexpected visitor, but we don't need to talk about that because in 2021, I'm not letting anything affect my energy. If it's not like, I'm not going to sit there and analyze things and be like super, what does this mean? What does that mean? How do I feel about this? I'm trying to like,
Move
one of
on.
my word of the year is being present.
Being present. That's a good one.
So it's like, I'm not worried about the past or the future. I'm trying to like stay in the present moment and whatever is important to me in the present, I'm trying to be there.
That's really good. I actually think a lot of people don't live in the present, especially with the social media world.
It's so hard. That's why it's like my goal for this year, like be present.
I actually really like that. I don't really have a goal for New Year's.
Yeah.
I think it's just to be more positive. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that was my last year's, but it's just like I recently
It's okay for you not to be positive in 2020.
I know. And it's just to be more positive because like being more thankful for things we have, even though like gratitude. There you go. Like I was telling you were trying to get a hold of me the other day. I was in a mood. Like
you guys, I texted her and I was like, usually you're a little late to respond if you're doing something. So I'm like, okay, I'll give you like 3 hours. And I'm like, okay, it's been like 5. And then you never texted me back and I'm like, is she dead? Like, is she okay?
She hasn't even posted anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, is she in a car accident? Like, is something going on? Did like something happen to your family?
Aww.
Like, I was worried.
That's so cute. I mean, I'm sorry for worrying you,
It's
but
okay.
I was just like didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just in a mood. I was just like not contemplating my life, but trying to figure out what my purpose is.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So I feel like a lot of people have been feeling that way, including me. Like just this week, I had a day where I was like, what is happening? What am I doing?
Yeah.
What's my purpose in life? I just felt super anxious. And I feel like that's a common thread with everybody now because we don't have a lot going on. If you're not working, you're just like, what's the point of it all? Like,
because you don't know what's going to happen.
We're just inside all the time. And it's just like, what am I working towards?
Yeah.
And my birthday is coming up. So it's even more, I'm just like evaluating my life and what am I doing? Where am
That's
I
how
at?
I felt. Yeah.
It's hard. I'm trying to stay, like I'm all about like being spiritual and like, so I'm like trying to be like, you know what, whatever is meant for me is gonna happen. Not to be too anxious about it, trying to be present, but it's been hard. I've been having days like that too.
I think a lot of people are, and it's just important to know that it's okay to have days like that. Hence why we were supposed to have a therapist come on today, but she had an emergency because that can happen, but she will be here.
We are rolling with the punches in 2021.
Yes, we are going with it. We're here. We're not putting it off another week. We are here and we are here to stay.
Yes, and we'll continue having like a mental health thing next week. So we're still going to have all those guests for you guys. We're just, catching up with you guys this week.
Speaking of catching up.
Tell me about your New Year's.
My New Year was great. It was in Aruba. Aruba was beautiful. It was nice. But I wanted to tell you about Christmas.
Okay. Oh, yes. First Christmas with a boyfriend.
So I'm like a giver. So I remember him, and I haven't really got, it's really funny, you guys. Every time there's Christmas or New Year's, I always get in a funk with the person I'm dating. It's like a curse.
Holidays put such a pressure on people.
Like,
I feel like that it's like that with everyone.
And I end up either breaking up with them or stop talking to them for that moment. So it's been a long time since I've had to do a Christmas thing with somebody.
Okay, and she told me the gifts that she got him beforehand, and
yes.
I literally was like, dude, that's tough when you just started dating somebody. Mm-hmm. You don't want to get them you want to get them something of equal value that they're going to get you. And it's
yes.
like, how nice of a thing are they going to get me? Are they going to get me something big, something small?
I just assumed he would get me something big. I don't know why, but that's not why I did it. I did it because he always tells me that he's always the person that gets other people the best gifts. Yeah. He always gets shitty gifts. He actually told me funny stories, but he wasn't telling me because he wanted me to get him something. He was just telling me in general. And then me being like, ding, 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 like I got to do the most. Like, you know, and
she did the most.
I did the most. I did the most. I should have just did a third of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did it and I was super excited. And not because of what I was going to get in return, because I wanted a great reaction. So it's Christmas and stuff. He has me open up his gifts first. And one thing was sentimental. One was something that he thought of me. And the other two were like kind of materialistic, but way on the lower level than what I had done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
like a good start.
A good
early
start.
Relationship, but
yes.
You just like blew it out of the ballpark.
I like went and did the most. I did sentimental stuff, something he could use, and I did materialistic shit. But just because I wanted to go above and beyond, you know? And so after I opened his gifts, I'm like, oh, he's gonna feel some type of way. So I started him off with the small gifts. Like I got him a big book about hip hop. I got him a cookbook. And then I got him to the runner-up present, which is actually a really nice present.
So nice. If I had even gotten any of those, I would have been like, wow.
Yeah, even one of those, right? Yeah. But I was being, I don't know, I haven't shopped for somebody in so long. I was happy, excited. And his face was not excited. It was like...
He was like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, he was like, why did you spend so much money? And I'm like, it's okay, you spend money on me all the time or whatever. And but then I was like, damn, if he thinks I spent money with this, he's going to know I spent money with that.
You didn't even give him the big gift yet.
I didn't. And then he opens up the big gifts and he's even more like, what the fuck? And I was actually really excited to give him that gift because I know he doesn't have it. And like, you know, I got it like all, you know, like a stitch and shit. Anyways, long story short, he got really weird for like 15 minutes. It was like he didn't know how to take it in. He was just, I'm like, do you not like the gifts? He's like, they're wonderful. And he's like, I'm supposed to do more for you. And I'm like, it's okay. Like you're taking me on a trip or whatever.
Which does count for a lot. Like a trip is like a great.
It is. He paid for everything. We went first class, everything. Like I didn't spend a dime.
And she took the love language test, and yours was what? Acts of service?
Yes.
Exactly. So, like, a trip means more to you than something materialistic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I was more embarrassed and bummed out.
Yeah, because you didn't want him to feel bad.
Yeah, and then also I felt like I looked stupid. Like, you know what I mean? I was so excited, and all he gave me was he's like, no, I love it, but like just no smiles or nothing.
Oh my God.
And then 2 days later, the fucking air fryer comes in. So he's probably like, what the fuck is this now?
Another gift? You should have been like, take it back.
Yeah.
Not deliver this to
Yeah,
you.
right? Like, and he was just like, I think he got worried when he opened it. I'm like, don't worry. It's nothing like the other things that I got you. But then when he opened it, he was like, oh, that's really sweet of you. You know what I mean? But I think I should have just kept it everything but the expensive gifts.
Yeah.
But I was just excited. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Girls are always like more giving. We're like the givers. We always do the most.
But now I don't want to do the most.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, right? After this, I'm like, I'm good. Like and then I got, my friend, he had to hit up my friend that hooked us up, I guess asking her for advice, right? And I guess he was like, what do you get somebody, blah, 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 blah. She said, what do you get somebody that you're serious about, but haven't been dating?
Yeah.
She said a purse. And he was like, no, I want to get her like a couple small things, right? She's like, I told him purse.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one.
Yeah.
A purse is like nice, but not like a diamond necklace.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but yeah, so she had said that, and I'm like, so you did say that. So he doesn't think I'm worth a purse yet. So I started thinking all these crazy things in my head.
No, you're overanalyzing. See,
I am overanalyzing.
We're not doing in 2021.
I'm like, oh my God, he doesn't think I'm worth that much stuff yet. No. So now when that Valentine's Day,
he was just trying to do like the same thing I told you, which is like, it's so hard to be like, what do I get them? Because you just started dating.
Yeah, but see, to me, I wasn't thinking about the starting dating.
You were just like, but that's how girls think. Like, we're just like, oh my God, I want to get him all these cute things.
Yeah, now that Valentine's Day is coming, he's just getting boxers. I swear to God, like maybe I'll get him. Oh, I remember seeing $100 for a pack of 2 Versace boxers. He can wear those with his fucking robe.
God, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, he can wear that with his robe and call it a day. But yeah. You know what? Sometimes I feel the person who surprised you at New Year's is listening because he wants to make sure there's no date coming.
No, there's dates coming because I'm tired of being mind-fucked. See, that's not what's going to happen in 2021. Like, no. I don't want to, you could play the games, but I'm not going to participate. So, like, it's either a clear answer or not.
You're the coach.
Yeah. And if there's no clear answer, then that's my answer. So, goodbye.
That's a good one. Yeah. No reason to overanalyze. And I do that a lot.
No, that was my entire life. But that is not happening anymore because, ladies, 2021, it's our year. We're the coach. You're right.
We have to be the coach. We have to, you know what? We actually decided that we want to read the book, Think Like a Man.
Oh, yeah. What is it? No. It's Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Yeah, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. And I think I act like a lady and think like a lady.
No, we all do. I need to think like okay, so we want to read this book because Steve Harvey wrote it. And I've heard great things about it. But Lori Harvey
must have read the book.
Queen, she's our queen of the week, by the way, our brown queen of the week, because she is just snaps for Lori Harvey. She backed Michael B. Jordan. She's out here. She got some hate because people were like, oh, she's like dating around. But it's like, dude, she's like a 24-year-old.
We all date around.
And she's like not messy at all. Like she dates a guy and then when they break up, she's like, okay, on to the next one. Yeah. She's just very like not messy about it at all. And I'm like,
and they probably flock to her anyway. So she's probably like this one. Yeah.
And are ladies like that? No. But should we be? Yes.
We should totally be like that.
Exactly. Like I wish I had some Lori Harvey energy where I was like, oh, Future, you were cool. Now it's Michael B. Jordan. And
she keeps going up the ladder.
Literally up the ladder. Like last year on her birthday, it's her birthday today, she had Future like take her on to Jamaica.
All her friends.
All of her best friends. And now Michael B. Jordan is her boyfriend on this birthday. Like this girl always gets
and they always post her.
For her birthday.
And they all post her.
Like she's getting in their head. And I think it's because Steve Harvey raised her. So
you know what? That's great. We need to read this book because that's what it is. Because if you guys are forgetting, who her dad is or stepdad, but still.
I really think it's the way she was raised. She was probably raised with some boss-ass energy.
Yep.
Which is how we should all be.
Yeah, because he's not talking shit or anything about her. He's probably like, go ahead, honey. Go make that money.
If he's treating you right, if you're demanding what you need, then,
Speaking of money, what about Kanye and Kim?
Oh my God. Okay, here's my thoughts on it. So I loved them together in the beginning, like however long, a decade ago. And Kanye has obviously went downhill or whatever.
Yeah, ever since his mom died, I feel like.
I know. But Kim has had, like, I feel like when she first got famous, she was, like, made a sex tape, this reality, like a joke, whatever. And she kind of, like, found herself. Like, I feel like in becoming a mother and doing all these things, like, now she's, like, getting her law degree and saving all these people from prison. And she's discovering this whole new, like, side to herself that I think she's, like, diving into. Yeah. But I still feel like it's a little bit held back because of Kanye. And I think so, honestly feel like when she lets go of him, she's gonna glow up even more. Like, I think she's gonna, like, literally, like, dive straight into, like, this new person that she's becoming, and it'll be great for her.
That's actually really sweet of you to say.
I love a post-breakup glow up. Go get it, girl.
I think she's been trying so hard to, like, work it out, and she doesn't want to have a failed marriage.
Imagine the energy you have to put into that.
Yep, and then always trying to save him, always trying to clean up after him, and I think finally she's had enough. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember that video a few months ago where she's crying in the car after he had a meltdown. Like, and I think she's a people pleaser. Like, that's why, like, she's always dated these men, and they always try to control her. And I can relate, because people think I am a strong personality. But,
no, with guys, I could already for sure sense that you were definitely like, okay, like let me, let me fix you happy.
Yeah. And then then I'm the type that ends up blowing up later, and they're like, oh, what? And then I just move on because I've had enough. And then they're like, what the fuck happened? And so I feel like that's how she is. Like, she's had enough. She's doing it for the kids. She probably had more kids because he wanted to have more kids, And I think she's finally like over it.
And I still wish him the best and hope he gets like all the mental health help that he needs.
Yeah.
But I just think Kim needs new energy. Like, I think she's ready to like, glow up.
I think so too.
And I support it.
Yeah, I feel bad. I actually do feel bad for him. People are so mean and stuff. Like the whole rumor that that girl made.
Oh yeah,
with Jeffree
of Kanye
Star
being gay. Okay, can we talk about the media? Because first of all, I saw the original TikTok video. It was literally just a girl in her room predicting that they were together because they were both in Wyoming. And off of that, like, people ran with it, and like one person posted
that's what they want to hear.
Another person, and then another person, and then everybody was like, "Oh, this is fact now," and we're talking about it like it was confirmed when no one had confirmed anything. It was started off a TikTok rumor. Like, do people not even check things anymore?
They don't, because look at remember when they tried to say Ciara was a man? Remember that back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, but that didn't blow up too.
You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if you ever remember or if you did it, like, in the early stages of COVID, or was it before COVID, where everybody was saying the brooms can stand up on
yeah, I even did it myself, and it did stand up.
And I was like, holy shit, there's something in those, like, stars today
that
was making this broom stand up. And then NASA literally, like, released a press release and was like, we never said this, and your brooms can always stand up on their own. Like, this is based
they're like,
on
something's
a rumor.
going, they're like, something's happening in NASA right now.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so billions of people literally fell for a fucking, like, rumor, and no one even bothered to check to see if it was real.
And there's so much internet everywhere, you know what I mean?
Not one person Googled to see if it was real. That's insane.
And that just shows you how dumb people are, especially with the whole Donald Trump situation too.
Yes.
Like, they're saying these like votes, they're not real, but when you ask them like where are they getting their information from, it's like just online, like just groups. They're not fact checking anything, they're just brainwashed. I didn't ever want to say this before, but I think China, India, and other places are smart. The fact that they're doing, like, they're controlling the stuff that people can see, I think the government needs to regulate.
It's not even controlling, it's regulating.
Regulating,
like, for sure we do need to have some fact checking. Like,
it's too much.
People should not be able to post whatever.
No.
I don't fucking care about, like, I get freedom of speech, but, like, it has to be real.
This is too much freedom.
Yeah.
Dumb people's, like, I never wanted to say this, but now dumb people have a voice. And I know that's really mean to say, but they do not need to have a voice.
It's because it's our first time with social media. You know? Like, we've never had social media before.
Yeah.
And so it's never been an issue, and that's why freedom of speech was never an issue. But now that everybody has a literal voice and, like, access to people, it's an issue. Like, you can't just say whatever you want.
You cannot. Definitely not. And I don't need these people to be saying things. Sometimes they make me start thinking stupid shit. I'm like, wait, but I actually go and Google check. Like, I fact check. Yeah.
After the broom thing, I was like traumatized. I'm like, I can't believe I fell for that.
And I saw Tory Lanez do it. That's why I fell for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All it took was a celebrity.
Did you watch that documentary, The Social?
I started it a little bit. It freaked me out.
Okay, yeah. I watched that and I was like, holy shit. The way that social media affects us is insane. I think everybody should watch it. The one on Netflix. The social media, I forgot what it's called. Effect Network, whatever. Yeah,
you guys know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then also I feel like I was losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, like in that documentary they were showing that, like, the reason they're not regulating is because, like, companies can benefit off of whatever we're saying and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, because it's a business.
Yeah, but it's like, so money is more important than mental health in America. That's the only thing I hate.
And that's why there needs to be, like, a law. And if anything, COVID did teach us that money is more important than our sanity right now.
Exactly. That's what's happening. And like, what I was thinking is, like, social media is so saturated now because now everybody's just sitting at home. So what is, like, the average person supposed to do if social media dies?
I know. I was thinking about that. You know how everybody's always like, oh, if all social media went away, what would you do? Mm-hmm. I feel like, yes, I would be semi-relieved, so I wouldn't care that much. My job would be fine because that's not my job.
Yeah.
But also it's like a pro and con, right? Like being disconnected from people, you would literally only like know what's going on with the people you actually talk to, like your close circle of friends.
And the news on TV.
Which is kind of scary. Like it does disconnect a lot of people, but also how freeing is that? Like it's like when you go through a breakup. Like I was telling my best friend, like now when you go through a breakup, you still like
they still linger around. Yeah.
You know what they're doing. You know who they're with. Like, you see their friends. Like
somebody pops up. Yeah.
They could check on you. You could check on them. Like, there's always that access, even if you try not to do it. Whereas, like, in 20 years ago when you broke up with somebody, it's like they were dead to you. You would never see them. You wouldn't know what's going on. And I'm like, that's kind of beautiful. Like,
it is. And then also being single was fine. You were okay with it, too.
I feel like all of our anxiety comes from social media. Like, if we didn't have it, like, we wouldn't compare ourselves to other people.
Nope.
We wouldn't know how, like, pretty all these people are. We wouldn't be, like...
relationship goals. Yes. Why am I not in a relationship?
We wouldn't be, like, doing things just for how they look. Like, I even think that people, like, subconsciously, like, choose their boyfriends and girlfriends based on, like, how does this look to the world? Like, what am I...
That's true.
How will, like, people think of her or him or whatever, which I think is stupid.
That's really stupid. But that's what people do.
Yeah, exactly. They do. So I feel like it would actually be helpful.
I think so too. I think maybe we're getting older now too, but like that's what, like when I was having my little break when I didn't answer your phone, I was like, should I go back to school? Like just to have that on the side? Like I started thinking about that, but then I was like, is it too late? Like, you know what I mean?
It's never too late. And it is entertaining. Like, do I love spending 2 hours on TikTok?
Yeah,
yes.
It's entertaining. It's easy.
But if like the government took it away from us, they'd be like, okay, like that's
cool. There you go. But that's because we're not like 4 million people on TikTok. Like, you know, like
imagine if we were. I'd be like, give it back to me. I was making millions.
People are crying over it. Like this girl lost her 4 million followers. I forgot what her name was on TikTok because she promoted her OnlyFans and they deleted her and she's having a meltdown. She's like, you guys have pedophiles on here and la 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 la, which, you know, they do, but I get why TikTok did it, but it's true. They don't regulate everything. You know what I mean? She was just on the radar.
But it's also like that's honestly like a risk you take when you like place everything on that.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of risks on their site. People can search you up. People can judge you. Like I have people judge me all the time based on social media. You know what I mean? And then even we were talking about this. You thought I was going to be mean, and I thought you were going to be mean. Not mean, but like... Not mean, but
maybe like stuck up or
stuck
cold
up. Yeah.
It's like even I do it like with girls that I like, even girls that follow me and I follow them. Like I'm like, oh, they're cool, but in my head I'm still like, but I bet she's like mean or like like, which is like a bad habit. But.
Or she's bitchy or she's stuck up and like sometimes
she probably thinks she's better than everyone.
Yeah, and sometimes those people have the like lowest self-esteem. You don't even know that.
They do.
Or even like people that go on trips. I was talking to my boyfriend about it and he was just like, yeah, the girl could have went on a trip on somebody's money and struggling to pay for rent. You don't know that. You just
know so many girls do that.
Yeah, and you see them online.
Yeah, here I am, never had a boy pay for anything, but I wish that I had.
It would be nice.
It would be nice.
Very nice. But yeah.
Back to Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. This is like a random thing, but like, do you think they're too pretty for each other? Sometimes I look at them and I'm like, but you both are just way too beautiful.
Yes, but I feel like that's why they work.
But doesn't it almost feel weird? Like, I'm just like, you're both just so pretty.
I feel like Lori and him weren't always good looking and they bloomed, and I feel
that's true, because when Michael B. Jordan was in his early TV days, nobody was like, oh, Michael B. Jordan. Like, he kind of like
looked dorky.
Yeah.
And Lori Harvey too, she looked a little dorky. So I think that they know on that social media people think they're good looking, but I don't feel like they think they're the shit, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Interesting.
At least I don't think Michael B. Jordan does. I think
You don't think so?
I don't think he thinks he's the shit.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I love him.
I do too. He seems like such a nice man.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
I love that like he's like this hot guy, but he's not out here like looking like a fuckboy.
He still has a dorkiness to him, though.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. But I think
she bagged a husband.
She bagged a husband. She got herself a Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah,
this is what we're all trying to find. You know the guy after
you date
the
future? After the future.
After the future. I saw this thing where it's like, I'm trying to have my Ciara and Lori Harvey year, and I'm like, that's the year I'm trying to have.
Yeah, you date future, and then you go find your husband.
Yeah, future was cool. He keeps you on your toes. He's exciting.
He's fun. husband. Yeah.
You want to turn him into the husband, but he never turns into the husband.
Nope. And then he breaks your heart and you're like, this is why I don't date futures anymore.
Exactly.
Now
and then you find a Russell Wilson and you're like, this is what it's all about.
Yep. And Ciara dated a future and so did Lori, and now they're dating.
They literally dated future.
Yeah, literally. And they're dating their, Russell and Michael B. Jordan. This might be it for her, I think.
Right. If I was her, I'd make it it.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, I need to figure out how to
keep reading that book.
Yeah.
Keep reading that book, Lori.
We need to buy that book.
Yeah, I'm actually going to look up Spark Notes for it. Can you just give me the main shit?
I really think it has to be like he just raised her to be this boss-ass girl.
That's a great theory that you have, actually.
Yeah, no one's connecting it. You're over here yawning on East Coast time still.
Dude, that's what it is. I wake up starving, right? Because you know how like the day's already going, and I usually do like the fasting thing. I don't last.
I know.
And then like around like this time, like yesterday, I went to sleep at 10 p.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I woke up like super early, like to pee, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then I woke up and I was just hungry. I don't know how people travel a lot. I don't know how they function. Like
you
for work.
You travel a lot.
I mean, the ones that would travel for work.
Yeah,
the celebrities that are one day here.
I know. I don't know how they do it either, although I wish I could do
I wish I could do that too, yes.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Speaking of New York, Sex and the City is coming back.
Oh.
The best news of 2021 we've gotten. Did you watch that show?
I did. I just kind of like.
Okay, this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
It's all on HBO Max or HBO or whatever.
I have HBO.
We're going to start the seasons together.
Okay.
We're going to watch it from the beginning.
From the beginning?
From the beginning.
Okay, deal. I'll do it with you.
I feel like
because I'm not watching anything right now.
Okay, perfect. We're going to watch it together. The first few episodes were weird because they like changed. It was like really old style and then they changed it.
Uh-huh.
But it'll be perfect because it's the greatest dating show.
Okay, great. Because
you need to watch this.
I need to watch it. I also need to I remember I'm like, it's funny because I feel like my honeymoon phase is kind of fading. It's not fading. It's
the honeymoon phase is fading. What? How many months have you guys been dating?
4 months only.
Oh, that's okay.
That's about when it starts. You start thinking of real stuff, right?
Yeah, like I'd say like 5 months, 6 months is when the honeymoon fades.
Yeah, because I'm still like so super attracted to him and everything, but it's just like now I'm starting to think of like, can we really last?
And those are good things to think about because you also don't want to be one of those girls that just like, well, he's a boyfriend and I want a boyfriend right now, so I'm just going to stay with him. And then before you know it, you're 5 years in and you're like, I don't love him.
Yeah, exactly. And I know he's investing time in me because who just flies out like that all the time?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, like
you're the prize.
Yes, exactly. And I think I need to stop like doubting I'm the prize.
Yeah, for sure.
And I need to stop like letting him, because he's very hyper masculine, but I just want to satisfy.
So you let him take the reins.
Yeah, and then but then I'm starting to think about it, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, but I don't know.
So I worry about that too because I feel like I'm attracted to very like. Not aggressive. What is it called? Like I'm attracted to guys that take the reins. Like I want like I like those types of guys, like manly.
Yeah.
Men. But then like when I meet a really nice guy, I'm just like, could I like you? But I want to.
Yeah, you want to.
I just like assertive men. There you go. I like really assertive men.
Me too.
And usually assertive men come with also being kind of like too aggressive. I want them to be assertive, but I want the nice guy. I want a Michael B. Jordan because I feel like Michael B. Jordan is assertive, but he's a nice guy.
Do you really think Michael B. Jordan chokes you in bed? I don't think so.
I think so.
You think so?
He did that boxing movie. He looks like he could.
Oh, you're right.
See, that's what I want. Like, I want the perfect balance between like a masculine guy, but also still like a really stand-up, good, nice guy.
Yeah. No, you're right. I wish like my guy was just a little softer.
Yeah.
Because he's like emotionally disconnected, but like I think I bring out the lovey-dovey in him.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like, oh my God, can you just be sensitive? I sent him a baby video. Let me show. Okay, tell me if you think.
Baby video. What if he thinks you're trying to send?
Well, I didn't. It was an accident that I sent it to him because I was texting him. But then I was like, oh, just look at it. Isn't it so adorable? Let me show it to you. He's
like, what is she trying to tell me?
No, he goes, it's all right. How the hell do you say it's all right to a baby video? Like, look at this. Does this look? Isn't that so adorable?
I'm sugar plum.
Aww.
Oh, and the guy next to the baby has a nice beard and he looks really cute. That makes it even more attractive.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at the baby, but I was, but you know, like he's just like.
Aww.
And I sent it to him, and he was
Yeah,
like,
but guys don't always find that stuff cute.
yeah, they don't. And I was on the phone with him. I'm like, isn't that so cute? He's like, I mean, yeah. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're just so not like sensitive. And he's like, I am with people that I know. And I'm like, it's a baby.
You.
I know. It's a baby.
I do want a sensitive guy. A kind of sensitive guy.
No, not too sensitive.
Yeah, not too
I've dated a too sensitive guy, and I wanted to be like, grow some balls, bro. So it's because it's like we want the perfect medium. And you were talking about it, like we were talking about like the balance. But I don't think we could ever find that. We have to create it.
We're finding it. We are finding it.
I think we're gonna have to alter it a little bit.
Okay, we'll see.
A little bit.
I was also thinking about those couples. I tweeted something that I'm like, I'm gonna delete it because I don't want to like tweet shady, like I don't know, people, but like
I know what you
or like
mean.
throw shade at people, or people think that whenever I give my opinion on any type of
It's
thing.
subtweeting.
Yes, but I don't know.
I subtweet all the time.
Subtweeting anybody. I was just thinking because one of my friends about like couples that like break up and get back together like every other day. Mm-hmm. When you're just like in the beginning stages of a relationship, I just like, why do you think that's gonna work? Like, I feel
if
like
it's in the beginning,
just let it go. Like,
yeah.
if you've broken up and gotten back together for the 27th time, you think it's gonna work the 28th? Like, why do people stay in toxic situations? It makes me feel good to be single.
I think it's because they want to like, no, it can be better. It can be better. It can be better.
But it's like, sweetie, just, you know, there's so many people to love in this world. If it's not working, it's not working.
Yeah, you're right.
I say, and then watch like next year. I'm like stuck on this.
On and off, yeah. I've been in an on and off relationship. I think it's a comfort thing too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're like, okay, well, what else am I doing? Who else am I dating?
Yeah.
Or also time investment. Like for me, when I got in my first fight with my
I
guy.
like to believe that you wouldn't do that now. Like, I feel like when we start those things when we're young, but it's like not now at this later stage in life, we would never start something that toxic.
Because we don't have time anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Who
why.
has time for that?
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about little things too for the future. You're like, oh man, is this gonna be a problem?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to spend 6, 7, 8, 10 months with somebody that you know.
Exactly. We pay attention to red flags now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even with your guy, we're just like, oh, that's something you have to think about.
Yeah, take a note of that.
Yeah. We're much more mature about how we're looking at relationships.
And that's how you guys should be looking at relationships. Take notes. Do the good
Start
and bad.
Start a notes page.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's healthy advice or not.
Good and bad. Always make sure the good outweighs.
We're gonna ask the therapist next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask her relationship.
She's gonna be like, you guys should give no advice.
Yeah. Do not start a notes page on them.
That's funny. You're all gonna start asking her, and you're like, everything you've been doing is wrong. And we're like, but we read the book.
We're trying to act like men.
Oh man, did we talk about my love language in here before that I did it?
No,
Or was it afterwards?
Last week I told you to take the quiz.
Yes.
And so we didn't tell them, and then, but I just asked you.
Yeah.
Yours is acts of service, right?
It is
acts
acts
of service.
of
What was your second one? Mine is acts of service too, by the way.
I don't remember. I think it was words of affirmation.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. And I think it is because sometimes when my guy doesn't say I miss you and stuff, and I do, because I say it more.
I think my second is words of affirmation too.
Yeah. I'm like, hello, do you not miss me? And he's like, of course I miss you. But I mean, I don't say it like that, right?
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, why are you not saying you miss me?
Yeah.
He's like, of course I miss you. That's why I'm coming there, which is true. He's probably thinking his is like, I'm acting upon it. I don't have to say shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, why aren't you saying anything?
Yeah, you have to love people with this is why you need to tell him about the love languages.
I feel like he's going to be like, what the fuck is that?
No, he won't. Guys talk about it nowadays.
Okay, fine. I just don't know which website's reputable. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many.
She was like, I don't want to get charged.
Yeah, right? He's all, hey,
I feel like that's the main one that comes up. Probably the one that you took it on.
Yeah, that one. Okay, I'll send it to him. I'll be like, can you just take 15 minutes to just take this?
Yeah, because we need to love each other with how each one of us wants to be.
Because I'm expecting you to say you miss me and you want to just show up.
I feel like I give all 5. I'm like, I give you the words of affirmation. I give you gifts. I like give you cute things like acts of service.
That's why we need to read this book.
We do. Okay, we're going to read this book together too. We'll order it and figure out how to act like men or think like men.
You know what? We should start Sex in the City and read this some of this book and then tell everybody what we think with those two things.
Okay, we will.
Perfect. That should be our homework. And your homework again is to go on a date.
I'm going to. It's just, COVID and all of this stuff.
COVID, virtual dates or something. I don't know.
I know. A guy actually asked me. He's like, "Do you want to do a FaceTime date?" I was like, "No." That seems weird. But I said I'll meet for a picnic in the park, get a drink.
You're all fresh air outside.
Yeah,
that'd be cute.
We can meet outside.
You should go to Santa Monica. I've seen a lot of people outside on the grass, picnic,
or
get
even
some alcohol.
I went to the top of Griffith and there were so many people picnicking there.
Really?
Yes.
Were you hiking?
I went hiking, but you could drive straight to the top too.
I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't involve drinking. I'm just kidding. That's an inside joke, you guys.
She's trying not to drink as much, but I'm like, girl, just drink.
Yeah, I'm trying not to because my guy thinks I don't know how to handle my alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's okay.
So I was just saying that I'm not a huge, I feel like I got all my drinking out in my college or younger days. And now I'm I'm a social drinker.
I'm a social drinker too.
But lately I've just been what I wouldn't give to throw up in a Del Taco parking lot. I just feel it's been so long since I've gone out. I just miss feeling wasted.
COVID anniversary is in 2 months.
That's I know, in March. Yep. My birthday month. Because last year my birthday is March 1st. So I skipped out on a COVID birthday, and this year I'm going to have one. You
should have one. Have a nice COVID birthday.
I am. I'm going to I need to celebrate. It's not taking my birthday away from me.
No, even just get a house, have good friends, or go on a trip, whatever. Who cares? Just have fun.
Yeah, we're going to be safe.
Of course. I've been taking tests and everything, whatever.
Yeah, I get tested. I just got another test. I'm still negative, so.
But I've just found, you were telling me as well, rapids aren't very.
Yes.
Yeah.
My friend that's a doctor told me that the rapid tests are not, what is it called, reliable.
Yeah.
So don't do the rapid ones because a lot of them are giving false negatives.
Well, not just that, people aren't accepting it. When we went to Aruba, they're like, oh, sorry, you have to take a test again. You can't do the rapid. And it's what? But I guess it makes sense because it's not
reliable,
accurate.
Yeah.
But all they really did was, the extra thing they did was just swab my mouth as well.
Yeah.
That was the only one extra thing.
Wait, did you also hear that Curative in LA is a hoax?
No.
Okay, yeah. Don't go to Curative. They're shutting it down actually this week.
What?
Because Curative gave thousands and millions of false negatives they found out. And I'm pretty sure, my theory is that that's why LA has such high numbers more than anyone else, is because all these people were walking around thinking they didn't have COVID when they did.
I need to look that up.
I'm going to send you the article.
Please do.
That came out last week. They're literally shutting down Curative because they were it was started basically by a 20-year-old who doesn't have a medical degree. And he's been taking.
So he's going to get in trouble, hopefully.
Oh yeah. He basically they were doing more, I don't know, something about him getting more money from insurance companies. So he wanted more testing and it's not reliable and all this. It's a mess.
So he was cutting corners. He was basically doing a
he was cutting theme. Yes, he was cutting corners.
Yeah.
And the tests were coming back negative when they were positive.
That's horrible. Do you want to hear something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of news, I was on Fox. Was it Fox News? Well, the local Fox News.
Yeah.
There was a swinger party in Orange County, and it got shut down by the cops. And they're showing the cops okay, guys, you got to leave the party. You need to come out now. It was in a warehouse, and you go in there, and there was poles, and there was handcuffs everywhere, and it was just a bunch of white old couples coming out of there. And I was dying because I'm COVID ain't stopping them, you know what I mean? But I thought it was so funny. I sent it to all my friends, and I'm we missed the invite.
So weird.
But there were so many people there. Whatever, the vaccine's out, guys. We got to be positive. It's 2021.
We are not losing an entire year again.
We are not, you guys.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be over.
It's gonna be over. Let's put.
We're manifesting that. We're putting that energy out into the world.
Even though I said that all 2020, but that's fine. We're gonna do it. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And
how did you feel after the new year? Did you feel inspired?
I had a little mental breakdown, and then I felt inspired.
Okay.
So I think I needed to have the breakdown.
I made a little vision board.
I tried to.
wrote down my goals. I'm this is happening.
I tried to do that yesterday when you sent me the goals for us. I tried to write them down, and
that's
that was over
your homework for the week. I'm gonna make you do that. You're gonna write your intentions.
I bought a thing to do it.
This little spiritual person.
You should be I want to know your intentions, your goals. Send me a picture.
Yeah.
I'm fine, but no, I do because I get I get discouraged really fast. I'm like, whatever, I'll just go to sleep.
And I think right now we all are. So we have to like kind of figure out ways to push through and figure out how to not, like, it's okay to have like a couple hours where you're like anxious or discouraged.
Yeah.
But then the next day you have to be like, okay, how can I turn this around? What can I do?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, guys, that's going to be your guys' homework. You guys have to also
write your intentions. Follow Brown Queens Pod Instagram.
Yes.
Send us. Oh, I started an email for us. It's brownqueenspod@gmail.com.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Yes. So if you want to send us questions, I don't know, ideas, constructive criticism, whatever you want.
Yes.
Send it to us.
Talk shit to us. Be great. Let us know.
Yes. And our podcast is on YouTube too right now.
Yay. So you put on your TV.
There.
You can go while you're in the car. You can basically, you have no excuse not to listen to us.
We're everywhere. Yes.
Everywhere.
Listen to us. Support us.
You'll see our faces everywhere soon too. We're going to start recording more when we get guests and stuff. So thanks guys for listening. Happy New Year's.
Have a beautiful January.
Bye.